Hey guys, Google's just announced sweeping changes to their target-based bidding strategies. So starting from August 17, 2026, Google's going to make it easier for you to monitor your performance, making it more consistent and predictable over time. And that's supposed to incorporate any budget adjustments that you make. So in just a moment, I'm going to walk you through what that's going to look like, and more importantly, how it's going to affect you. A little bit later on, I'll share my thoughts on how I think it's going to affect e-commerce campaigns specifically. So getting straight into Google's documentation on the changes to the target-based bidding strategies, essentially they're telling us to review our campaigns before the due date, which is coming up very soon. They've even mentioned that the target bid adjustment tool is now available in the account, so that's something you can go and have a look at. The whole TLDR on this changes to the bidding strategies. If any of your campaigns has a target CPA of $10 and your actual real CPA, for example, is $5, the campaign is essentially going to target closer towards a $10 CPA as opposed to beating it like it was before. So if you are easily achieving that $5 target CPA, for example, with the budget that you have, or even if you're limited by budget, you should move quickly, particularly before this date, to adjust your target CPAs in your bidding strategies down to that target CPA. And I'll talk more about e-commerce and what that looks like in a moment, but this is eligible across search, shopping, performance max, demand gen, display, and also if you do hotel and travel campaigns. It doesn't affect app campaigns or YouTube specific campaigns. So again, they're just reminding you that you need to take the actions necessary and review your campaigns, especially ones that are limited by budget. And as we scroll down, we see a couple of examples here. Pretty much exactly what I just explained before. $10 CPA, in the last 28 days, you're getting $5. If you keep it the current action, it's going to drift up to $10 CPA based on what you've set as your target bidding strategy. Again, they're showing an example of what would happen if you made that change. $10 target CPA, you've actually achieved a target CPA of $5 over the last 28 days. You make that change to your target to $5, and the actual CPA will trend towards that $5. If you're still getting a limited by budget status at that stage, you can always raise your budget later with the aim of maintaining that $5 CPA. Now, they also talk about adjusting numbers. Same example again, and if you make a change somewhere in between, let's just say $7 CPA, the actual CPA performance that it will target will be towards that $7 that you have set. This is going to be affecting the maximized conversions and conversion value where you add in a CPA or a target ROAS. And that brings me to what I'll talk about when it comes to e-commerce stores. If you've got a target ROAS of 500, but you're hitting 1,000, after August 17th, the actual achieved ROAS that it will aim for in the account is going to be that 500. So what will actually happen specifically for e-commerce campaigns if you don't make this change? What I believe is going to happen, that it's going to find either A, more inventory in, for example, Performance Max campaigns, just to make sure that it spends your budget. That won't mean that you'll get additional sales. If it can't find the other inventory, I believe it's going to push up the cost per click. That's because it might get you a better position in the auctions itself with search, or move the search impression share so you're more of top of page with your Google Shopping ads as well. That's the balancing act I believe it's going to be making. A couple other things to take into consideration if you haven't added a target ROAS or target CPA, and depending on the bidding strategy you are going after with your campaigns. Now, it may not be wise adding a target CPA or a target ROAS to your campaigns. In fact, Google actually advises against that. Reason being is it may actually slow down your spend in your campaigns as well. However, if you are using the target CPA or target ROAS bid strategy along with the max conversions or maximized conversion value, making these adjustments won't increase your spend. Only if you specifically go and increase those budgets, then it's going to increase your spend. One more thing to note, if you are using portfolio bidding strategies, it does affect those as well. So you will need to go and adjust those targets at the portfolio level, not at the campaign level. Now, at the end of the day, the changes that are being made to these target-based bidding strategies, are they a good thing or not? Now, I believe it's a good thing because we get more control over the targets and KPIs we want to set at the campaign level or across the whole account. But that doesn't dismiss the fact if you're bidding too aggressively with your target CPA or your target ROAS, if the algorithm senses that it's not going to be able to achieve those sales at those targets and will not show ads where it believes it won't be able to get the conversions at those targets. So you may need to play a bit of a balancing act to get this right within your accounts. So naturally, I always say test, assess, then optimize, and then position yourself accordingly to scale. Now, if you're looking for expert help on this in regards to your Google Ads account, please reach out to me. Check out the link in the description below, and I'm more than happy to help you out. But besides that, see you in the next video, and bye for now.